I was looking for, some kind of, you know, a person that you can talk with, a person you can share things, because mostly because of my job, I'm like away from my family, and I'm not married, I don't have kids, so soon probably gonna move to another state. I think the next transfer is gonna be to Georgia, so I'm always like open to new friendships and kind of relationships, and this platform is giving that opportunity to feel that, because sometimes it's hard to make friends and then you move to another place, but with this is like you have your friends that you can still follow.
Absolutely. I can see how Jasmine is a great platform for someone like you, where you move around a lot and you're traveling a lot. So, like you mentioned, it's hard sometimes to stay super connected when you're moving that much. But when you have a platform that can always kind of be like home, your models and your friends, they're on there. Do you use any other campsites?
No, at the beginning when I started with Jasmine, yes, that was where I met this model, was from Middle East. When I met somebody that was more interesting, this lady was from Romania, and yes, her English, I was surprised her English was very good, and you can communicate. Because I remember one time she was going to her hometown, and she showed me her real room. So that was interesting, because she showed me when she was little, all the awards she has, some medals, things that she was when she was in school, and that make the connection be like more close when you see somebody sharing, not only what we always come to here to the website, is sharing some things that are very intimate, like her room, her real room in her house, and that was also very nice. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I get absolutely. That definitely makes you feel connected to someone, and it builds such an authentic connection to like be able to see someone's roots.
Yeah.
What is it that you look for in a model?
Uh, at the beginning, or like everybody, we're a man, we always look for something, but somebody is looking good, but then with time that fades. But what really keeps you connected and keep me talking with somebody is like when they have something inside, something they can share, like things that they went through in their life. Um, when somebody's like a hardworking person, and sometimes they end up working in this kind of websites, but that inside they have uh, so much things that they can talk about, and that's the connection that you can establish. When I tell you, for example, oh, before I was doing this, I was in the university, I studied this and this and this, but I keep doing it until one time I can achieve my goal here, and then I can do something that I enjoy doing it. And also I share the same thing. So we share things that we can do. We like to travel, we do this, because not only is what you do in this web page. So that's what I look for. There's a person you can tell them what you're doing. There's a person that when you're sad and you're happy, you can share also your moments. You can share also the things that bother you, the things that makes you happy, and they can also relate to something. So, and I found that by knowing people in this business, they're like, they're not that different from you. Even can be in this continent, they can be in another continent, and they can probably have different goals. They can think kind of different, you think, but at the end, they're not that different.
Absolutely. It sounds like to me what you really look for is an authentic connection with the models, where, like you said, they share about their lives and you share about your life. It sounds like you really enjoy the talking.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because makes it like kind of like more real, and sometimes you can develop some kind of feelings sometimes, and they feel sometimes real, and sometimes you have to stop and analyze like this can continue, can be something more real, but we know there's some rules and things that we have to go by.
What would you say is the main value that Jasmine brings into your life?
The main value is like, I believe that it feels some emptiness that sometimes I feel because of this, being traveling a lot and going this place and that. So I cannot like have like a real root somewhere. So I feel like sometimes when I get somebody so close, it's kind of like part of my family. So they make me that experience so real sometimes that I don't miss them that much because um, sometimes, with this, with the society right now, everything is online. Even if you try to avoid that, even if you have somebody in front of you, somebody has a cell phone and is talking with somebody else that is not there. So this is kind of that reflects what really we're living now, this society. We have people that is close, but they're not connecting. Sometimes you're like in front of that people and that person is not giving you the attention, is not giving you the care, is not sharing with you because it's most concerned what happened with somebody that is not on that table. When you dating, because I date sometimes here, and it's not the same. And I feel that, it's not like stereotyping, but sometimes you feel connection with somebody that is far away from here in another continent, that some person that is here, that they don't, I don't know, they don't relate with you.
So it sounds like one of the big things that you feel like Jasmine brings into your life and the models on Jasmine is that they're bringing like true presence when they're connecting with you. It's not
Exactly.
like, like you mentioned, it's so true. You could be out to dinner with your best friend or a date or something, and they could be preoccupied with anything on their phone and not really present. And I totally agree with you that present connection and interaction is one of the things I think we all crave so much. So it's really great to hear that you feel like you've been able to find that and experience that through the models on Jasmine.
Yeah, it's sad sometimes because you think, man, I have to use this kind of uh, technology that we have something in our hand that is a cell phone that also you can connect the same way, but it's not the same. They don't give you the same satisfaction. They don't give you, you don't feel sometimes really connected with people nowadays in this society that everything is rushing, rushing, rushing. You don't have the time. But when you have somebody that you can get and agree.
I'm curious, do you have a favorite memory on Jasmine that's like connection based?
Oh, yes. Sometimes we're talking and we find ourselves like ending each other the sentences. So that was so strong the connection that I don't even have to finish and said, I know what you mean. She was from at that moment she was from Russia, I believe that was, and she was like it was incredible. I was like she was reading my mind and I was reading her mind too.
Do you have a favorite model on the site right now?
Yes, right now she's from South America. She's great. She's a great person, and she's also a professional. She's an engineer. And I told, are you an engineer? Wow. So she's smart, she's good looking, she's elegant, and you can have a very nice conversation with her, besides all the stuff that we also can share. And she's there, she's patient. Now, like I tell them, I have to do some studies and all that, and I'm going to have some interview. I didn't tell them I was going to be interviewed for the same page, but she knows that when I tell them I don't have time today to meet, we're going to meet another day, and then we have more time.
What is your favorite thing about her?
Is how she look. She looks at me, and her eyes is like they have like a special bright. It's something that when she really feels like she's happy when she see me, and when I turn on the camera and she can see me, I can feel it. Also, having the feature of the camera can help you because sometimes you can say things, but say, I want to see you. I always the same joke. I don't know. You want to see me? I didn't comb my hair. I said, what hair? But she doesn't care that I lost my hair because we have our time. We're gonna share. Okay, we're gonna eat together like an ice cream. We're gonna share that I don't know my favorite food, or we're gonna have a toast because it is one more month that you you agree to see me more in like an exclusive way, something like that. I used to give them that things about like the month anniversary things. So they like that. I come with a little card or something I made up in the computer to show them my appreciation
So
and things like
sweet.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious, it sounds like you've been able to really establish very like deep connections
Mhm.
on this site, very authentic connections. Do you feel somehow more comfortable to show different parts of yourself or to open up to the models on Jasmine as opposed to maybe someone that you meet in your day-to-day life?
Oh yes, because as I see, I don't see myself like dating somebody from my environment here. The people are like so out of what the things I do or the things I really like. Here is not like criticizing the American society, but I feel like the women I see in my job or doing the activities I do, they're not in the same page. They're like looking for different stuff. So when I try to talk something that really is more personal to me, I don't feel like they're hearing me. They only think about working more, making more money, and I don't need men in my life. Things like that. That mentality. I need something more like meaningful, and I open up with people that really are listening to me and really connect. Like in this situation, like I just talked with her a few minutes, and I told her we're gonna have like a little just meeting today because I have a lot of stuff to do. I told her, but still I want to have just 5 to 10 minutes at least to let you know that I'm here. That even if you don't see me, I can think of you, and I know that you're thinking of me. So you don't have to worry about it. And we always are like teasing each other about being jealous and say, no, I'm over that thing about jealousy. I read so many books about how to be a better person, how to not suffer. And one thing is also fight your jealousy because you don't owe anybody. You only have to be grateful for the time, especially quality time they are with you, because you never know what can happen to you tomorrow. So you have to be grateful for this moment because the only thing that really exists is this moment. When you understand that, you're never going to be any more jealous because the jealousy, I told her, is only because you're anticipating something that you don't know. And it's not going to happen, only it's in your mind. But you are in my mind. You can be also in my heart if you want. But I come to you because of a reason. There's something you're keeping me coming for to continue and grow. And she's learning from me. I'm learning from her too.
Do you feel like the relationships that you've developed on Jasmine throughout the years have helped you grow as a person?
Of course, I'm a totally different person. And not only myself, I believe that I'm not trying to be honest. I changed some people's lives too. Not only because the monetary thing, they appreciate what they learn from me too, because I always believe that the books you read, the things you do, all the experience you have, if you only keep it to yourself, doesn't make any, it's not good. But if I share, like for example, somebody wants the books I read, I just give them. I tell them, if you return it, maybe it's a bad book, but if you keep it, it's because you're grateful and you keep that book and you don't return it to me. Because it was so good. I'm not here to keep books.
You brought up a great point just of, aside from the connection, the members and the models and through the relationships they develop, they're able to learn so much from each other. So many different perspectives.
The connections are there and you share the same things and sometimes they can feel they can fall in love the same way you do it. You think, oh, because they're from Russia or they're from Ukraine, they have a different way they approach people or different way you talk with them, but at the end they are same like us. And love comes with this because you I always feel like there's love there. It's within you and it's what you give to other people comes back.
Always, always. Thank you so much. This has been an incredible interview.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express myself. I really wanted to do this because I really want to talk with somebody and see their face about this company, because I always talk with somebody by email, but it's nice to see somebody and, um, you know, get that feedback that I think they needed. And I feel grateful also for this company. Every time I have any issue, anything, they always very, very helpful to fix it. Sometimes can be a technical issue, sometimes can be something else, but just was contacting support and I get everything resolved. So that's why I'm still here. Most of the websites probably I tried before, they don't have that support, or they don't have that what I was probably looking for accidentally. I came here and I stay here.
That's incredible to hear. I'm so happy you've had an incredible experience.
Yes, and I'm still here. So